Welcome back, everybody, to Kingdom Come 2. I'm the Bearded OG, and in this episode, we are going to... the plan, anyways, is for us to go to this castle over here and continue the main storyline. But I found out that we can actually get a long-term bed at the inn, at Catherine's Inn here. And I also found out that whenever you see this, this garland above the door, that is a place that you can do this at.
That Cotsman woman showing off in her new skirt.
Knew my ass. She made it out of old quilt covers, I can tell.
Doesn't half fancy herself.
So, yeah, so what we're going to do then is we're going to go in here. We're also going to talk to Catherine and just kind of update her on John of Liechtenstein, since we found that. So we'll talk to her. But what we need to do first of all is find the actual innkeeper herself. Or hisself. I think it's a lady because I think she's the one that got after us for sleeping in the bed without paying for it. So we need to find her, and then we just pay her some money, and then the bed becomes ours along with the... Is that you? No, you're an alehouse maid. Along with the trunk, which has all my stuff in it, which I need access to. Now, right now I'm overloaded because I spent a lot of time... Is that you? Yes. Okay, let's talk to you.
You're up early. What'll it be?
My room and board.
Can I eat and sleep here?
We'd be honored, sir. And for how long?
So if I do this, I want to stay for a long
I'd like to
time.
stay for a longer time.
Aye, that can be arranged if you have the coin.
And then we pay, it looks like 120 groschen, and then, or we can haggle. And then this effectively becomes like a permanent place for us. Let's haggle.
Let's talk about the price.
Very well then.
Let's see if we can get it for. We'll try a 100. She's not going to go for this, I don't think.
Only because it's you.
That's more like it. Just a bit more and we can shake hands.
Okay, let's try 105.
I knew we'd come to an agreement. Your bed's ready and there's some food in the pot.
And where can I find my room?
Where can I find my room?
Easy. You just go upstairs and immediately on the left, you'll see the door with the green wreath hanging above it.
All right, the green wreath. Okay. Very good. So I think that's all we need.
One beer after another, as usual.
So let's go get into our new room here. She said up the stairs and on the left. What the hell? Oh, hi, Catherine. Whoops. We'll talk to her in a minute. Oh, this is the same. This is the same room that we spent the night in and got in trouble. Okay, so that, I guess either one of these beds are ours. Rob? We can rob in our own room, huh? Okay. And this should be our trunk. Hey, look at that, with all of our stuff in it. Amazing. Very, very good. Okay, so I got some stuff in here I need to kind of sort through and sell too. But I'll probably worry about that later, because right now what I want to do is I want to get my alchemy stuff. I already have 4 chamomile brews, so I think I'll leave those there. I want to get my alchemy stuff so I can replenish my potions. Now, I did go around and spent some time gathering up herbs and alchemy stuff, and then I found a drying rack and I dried most of that stuff there. And so what we did was we kind of, we went down through here. Well, actually, no, I guess we went out to get here and we kind of just worked our way down through here. I went through the woods and picked up, or got some more, belladonna. And I followed this stream, hoping I could find some more herb Paris, but I never did locate it. We ran into a wolf pack here. We, found a couple hunting spots. And then somewhere along here, I think maybe it was, I I ran into some bandits with some pretty nice armor, so I killed them and took their armor. And then we went. I kept following this stream, and we got all the way back to Miskowitz, and this is where I found the drying rack right here, and I dried all my stuff. And then after that, I just fast traveled back to Kuttenberg. Yeah, so we did that, but I wasn't able to find everything, that I need for alchemy, so that's why I wanted to, get our bed and our trunk situated. So, I guess the thing is if this is my room, is this my room too? No, I'm going to say probably not, because all of that says Rob. So I guess whoever stays in this room has to walk through our room to get to it, which is a little weird, but is what it is, I suppose. Okay, so let's see here. I got some stuff in my horse's inventory that I need to pull out. And I'm just going to store it for now. And God, these stairs suck. Okay, Catherine, we'll talk to you in a second. I'll just sell all that stuff, off camera. Because it's just going to take a while. And yeah, so we'll do that off camera. All right, so let's go into the horse's inventory. And so all of this stuff here are the items that I got, or most of it anyways, are the items that I got off the bandits. So some of this stuff's pretty valuable, like these reinforced tempered gauntlets sell for $14.55. We got 2 of those. Got some Saxon plate legs for $13.08. So I'll just store those. I already repaired them, and then I'll sell them later. So what we'll do is we'll grab our alchemy stuff that we need. We'll talk to Catherine real quick, and then I keep getting stuck on the stairs.
Pardon me.
And then we will proceed with the main quest line. Do I need to sleep? Go back to player. Not really. I think we're okay. Even though I actually haven't slept in a long time. I do have some potions going, so I don't know. Maybe I should sleep for a little bit. We'll see. So let me drop off all this extra stuff that we don't need at the moment. Okay. I have everything situated inventory-wise. Let's go find Catherine and just have a quick chat with her to update her on what's going on. I'll sit down next to her. Oh. Catherine, I wanted to talk to you. Damn it. Got up before I got to have a chance to talk to her. Okay. You wanted help? What? She did? Okay.
You said you needed some help with something. What's going on?
Did she?
Something's
I
happened.
don't remember her telling us that.
A real mess. And I need help from someone reliable.
What is it?
When I was fishing around for information about Liechtenstein, I cast the net a bit too wide. And one of the servant girls I questioned was just found dead.
Oh, crap.
You think she was killed because of you?
I don't know. If I did, I wouldn't be asking you for help.
Okay. I'll help you tell me more. I'll help, but not for nothing. I'd prefer not to get involved. No, we'll help her.
I'll help you. Tell me all about it. Who was this dead girl?
Her name was Alice. She was an ordinary, pretty girl. She worked as a maid. I heard they found her all hacked up.
Oh, shit.
Tossed somewhere by the town wall. Oh, folk in town are saying it was absolute slaughter. They took the body to the morgue by the St. Peter and St. Paul cemetery.
I'll go take a look at her. See if I can find anything.
I think that would be for the best. Though, I don't think it'll be a very pretty sight.
Probably not.
You can ask the gravedigger for details. He'll know the most.
All right, when did you see her last?
When did you last see the girl?
Around a week ago?
And did you notice anything suspicious about her?
Not at all. She was always cheerful, lively. She was looking forward to a dance. Though I'm afraid she won't be dancing ever again.
What was she looking into for you?
What was Alice trying to find out for you?
She always brought me the freshest gossip overheard from her master. And lately, what the other maids in town were saying.
And did you learn anything important from her? Something someone would kill her for?
That's the thing. All she brought me was gossip. Who was cheating on who wasn't going to confession, those sorts of things.
Important.
So you'll have to figure out the rest for yourself.
What about your other girls?
What about your other girls? Are they all right?
Yes, fortunately. I'm careful enough to keep them pretty much in the dark about my plans. That's why Alice's death shocked me so much.
All right, what are you going to do next?
What are you going to do next?
I'd like to ask the others if they noticed anything suspicious. If someone is following them and the like, but...
But you don't want to scare them.
I'm scared myself. For them. Maybe nobody knows about them yet. If someone was to follow me, I could give them away. And I can't risk that. I don't want anyone else to die because of me.
What if I go and see them?
They don't know you, Henry. You'd only scare them. I'll figure something out. In the meantime, find out everything you can about Alice.
Do you think she overheard something of deadly importance?
Do you think there could be something bigger behind the murder?
I don't know. Maybe she just got caught up in something. But it's strange. Why would someone do her like that? That's the kind of thing you do when you want to send someone a message.
Why didn't you ask me for help? Okay.
Why did you ask me in particular for help?
Because you're the only one I know here.
Aha.
But don't take it the wrong way. I'm actually glad it's you. You're pretty reliable. Not even Zhishka would be of much help to me here.
Aha. Thanks. I know everything I need.
Good. Go to that graveyard, talk to the gravedigger, and take a look at that poor girl's body. In the meantime, I'll try to find out more. Then we'll put it all together, and I'll be damned if we can't come up with something.
Okay, why didn't Henry tell her about Liechtenstein, though? I have another question. I do? Okay.
I want to ask about a few more things.
But of course, ask away.
I know all there is to know. I'm going to that graveyard.
Okay. That's weird that he didn't tell her about John of Liechtenstein, though, but whatever. Okay. We can eat from here now, yeah, without... Okay, how are we doing on food? I think one bite of this is going to give us a little more than 10, so we better not, so we don't lose our buff for not overeating.
If you know it, then so does half the town. And that goes for Councilman Naz as well.
Okay, so... Alright, maybe we should do this thing for Catherine first before we go to the castle. But even before we do that, though, I still want to replenish my potions.
I didn't mean it like that.
So let's see. There is an alchemist right here, an apothecary with an alchemy bench. So let's see if he's open, and if he is, I'm going to take some time and make some of these potions up before we proceed. If he's not open, there is that other alchemy station that's further south. I'd prefer to use this one, though, just because if I end up needing to buy something, I can buy stuff off of him. Of course, I think I have everything I need to make all the potions. Well, let's just see if he's open.
Whoa, whoa.
Albic. Swipe. Yeah, he's open. Okay, good.
The short end of the stick. While the nobles are all fine and dandy.
Look, go and pick what you want, but don't talk like...
Okay.
Was wünschst du?
Oh, the other thing I was going to tell you guys
Show me your wares.
is I bought a couple more recipes from this dude off camera. So I bought hair of the dog, Yeah, it looks like he doesn't have it. This is that lithium water stuff, which basically allows you to reset your perks. We might do that at some point, but I'm pretty happy with my perks at the moment. Lead shot, gunpowder, scatter shot, gunpowder, and the perfumes and stuff. Okay, so yeah, what I did was I purchased 2 new potions. I got Hair of the Dog, and this will take away our drunkenness, because we know it's going to be the high end thingy. And then the other one that I got was, let's see, which one? Oh, cockerel. So this increases our energy, and if good quality, slows tiring. And then everything else I think I've already had.
Schade, mein Herr.
Okay, so let's go use their alchemy bench in the back here. Wait, I can't come back here, right? Oswald Torwart.
Grüß Gott, was brauchst du?
Where are the other alchemists? Are you the master of the Alchemist Guild? Can you take me on as an apprentice?
Are you the master of the Alchemist Guild?
Yes. Well, not the master, the primus. Our guild is more of a modest association, but my friends have entrusted me with their confidence.
And is that why you stayed in the city?
Yes, exactly. Someone has to take care of the people's property.
I'm pretty new in Kuttenberg, but I find it strange there aren't many alchemists here.
Natürlich. And yet the royal city of Silver should be full of them, right?
Exactly. So
I was
where are
wondering
they?
that too.
Take a walk through the streets, and you will find a lot of houses are locked and empty.
What does that have to do with it?
Sigismund and his army are responsible for this. Many of our people decided it was time to leave, instead of risking their property or even their lives. Only a few of us remained here, and I, as the primus of our guild, promised to keep my eye on the others' property until they return.
Yeah, see, I was wondering why we have 5 blacksmiths and only 1 apothecary in this whole city. So that's interesting.
The local alchemists were persecuted by Sigismund.
Well, definitely not openly, but most of them were on the side of our King Wenceslas. And I'm sure you know what hatred and envy can do to people.
Alchemists aren't exactly poor, are they?
Yeah, genau. Moreover, we always have 1 foot on the road to the burning pyre. For fools, it's enough to point their fingers, spouting nonsense about us colluding with the devil or accusing us of poisoning. Then Sigismund's people in the city will make sure to rake in a tidy sum.
Yeah. Do I need to be an apprentice alchemist? I can already make the best potions ever.
I'm interested in alchemy, and I'm looking for someone to teach me more complicated procedures. Can I become your disciple, Master?
Nein, leider ist das nicht möglich. I can't take care of you. I have too much to worry about right now. But if you are willing to pay, I can tell you a few interesting things.
Okay.
I have a proposition for you, Meister.
Das ist ja eine Überraschung. I thought you would ask, Junge, and it might surprise you, but I accept.
What?
There are not many alchemists left in the city. It's nice
I
to
don't get
have
it.
someone educated to talk to. I just hope you have the coin. It will cost you ein kleines Vermögen, a small fortune. I must warn you, if you try to rob me and disappear, I have people and they do not mess about. Such are the times, mein Freund. Trust but verify. Warum nicht? What would you like?
Okay, what exactly does this give me, though? I mean, I'm already maxed out on alchemy. I don't know. Plus the fact that apparently I don't even have 1,500 coin on me at the moment. Okay, I'll have to look into that.
Bis bald, mein Herr.
Okay, anyway, So let's go ahead and start making some potions. Well, I'll do this off camera, of course, because you guys have already seen me make potions before. And then once I have finished doing all of that, I'll bring you guys back. And then I guess what we'll do is we'll go work on this grave or this body thingy for Catherine. All right, guys, I am back, and first of all, I'm having a technical issue with my camera and OBS. Don't know what the hell's going on. OBS just decided it didn't want to show my camera anymore. The camera's fine in Windows, you know, I checked all that, so I'll have to troubleshoot that later, but we won't have a face cam for the rest of this episode. Okay, so let's see. I spent quite a bit of time getting my potions rebrewed, so now we have several, quantities of potions, including some hair of the dog, but I only made 5 of those one batch because we'll only use those if we get drunk, and we need to then get undrunk. And then I made 10 cockerels, because those two, the hair of the dog and the cockerel, are the 2 new ones. And then, just replenished everything else that we have. Also, I went to, let's see if we go here. I went to reforge Radzig's sword. And when I finished with it the first time, it was only a level 3 sword, not a level 4, Henry's or Martin's sword. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you look at our Basilard here that I forged, she's got that special Martin symbol, which is essentially tier 4. So I reloaded the game, did it again, and it was still a tier 3. And I reloaded it a third time and did it, just in case, maybe I screwed something up or something. And it was still a tier 3. So I did a little bit of reading on it. I tried very hard not to, read too closely because I didn't want spoilers, but I guess, the long and short of it is that something will happen later on in our playthrough where, there's some kind of weird seam right there. That's weird. In our playthrough where the sword will become Henry's sword, and once it's renamed to Henry's sword, then we'll be able to reforge it as a tier 4. So I'm just going to wait. I mean, the sword's good enough as it is, really, even now. But, we might as well wait until we can actually make it a tier 4. The thing that's a little bit irritating, maybe, about that, what the hell is that thing? It's just bugging the hell out of me now. I guess it's just in that room. I don't know if you guys could even see that on the film, but there's like this black line across the screen. Anyway, what was I saying? I was saying, gosh, I can't remember what I was saying. We were talking about the sword, right? I got completely distracted. So yeah, we'll wait until we can make that a tier 4. And just keep using it as it is for the time being. Okay, so I also sold all of my extra stuff, got cleaned up, got repaired. We're only sitting currently on 1,740 groschen because I bought some more stuff. In fact, Henry's, I decided to make the third outfit, or I guess we'll call it the red outfit, Henry's. This is his charisma outfit now. Before it was a suit of armor, but now, I made it this, so that way, he's pretty styling with this setup. Very high, charisma, speech, all that sort of thing. In fact, charisma doesn't go over 30 anyways. And I also bought this Noble's bassinet, very, very expensive piece. So that way, when, Henry gets into cutscenes, he doesn't have that brushette thing or whatever, the thing that was covering his nose so we can see his face, because that was irritating me a little bit. And then, yeah, so I don't know if I bought any more armor pieces. I did buy, some upgraded hose there, and then again bought a whole bunch of clothes for this outfit, and he's looking pretty snazzy. And let's see, you know what though, he should have these on too. I don't know why. I must have accidentally pulled those off. I also bought a Noble's pouch and a Noble's belt, which opens up all 4 slots. But when he's in his charisma outfit, I just have him wearing the swords, not the bows and stuff too, because it looks kind of dorky. Because we won't be, using this outfit for combat unless, something happens and I can't change it over. But we can still, grab the bow out of the inventory if we actually needed it. So we're good to go there. Okay. So we are going to, what are we doing? We're going to the journal and we're going to work on this, examine the body, talk to the gravedigger, for Catherine. And it looks like we have to go up to here to do that. So let's fast travel to here. And then we'll hop on over to that cemetery and see if we can figure out what the heck's going on with all this.
Good doggy. Good boy.
Good doggy. Okay, I guess we'll go this way. Oh, I also upgraded the caparison for our horse too. So now he's got a red and white
I'm thinking of buying a robe
one, and it covers his head too. So there's more horse upgrades we can do, but I just don't have enough money to do all that right now. So we'll continue working on that as we get more money and time and so forth.
Easy, good horse.
Get that horse under control.
Get that horse under control. All right, I guess, do we go through this gate here? Talk to Father Prokov.
Good day to you. What brings you here?
I need to look at your dead body. I'd like to improve my reputation. No, I think I would only do that if I
Till we meet again.
had done some really bad stuff. Are they gonna let me go in there? Okay, wait a minute. What are we doing? We need to talk to the gravedigger first, and then examine the body. Okay, so the gravedigger is apparently. Are you the gravedigger? Yeah. Wait. I guess we can't talk to him while he's working his pick.
I need to pay the tithe and give something to the church for my father's requiem mass.
Isn't it a bit early for that?
Dude, I need to talk to you.
They don't collect tithes before then.
Right, but I promised myself I wouldn't leave it till the last moment this year. So, have you got any ideas?
Well, if I did, I wouldn't leave it till the last moment this year.
Well, he's apparently not interested in talking to us. Let's wait for that priest to bugger off, because they may not like me going in here. We'll see. Oh, I guess we can come in here. Maid Barbora.
What's the matter? Did you know her?
Alice. She was almost like a sister to me. We served together for years in the same house. Why'd you ask? Who are you?
I'm trying to find out who did this to her. I'm afraid the killer might want to go after my friend as well.
Ah, I understand.
Who did you serve?
Our master is a local merchant. He is trying his hand at trading wine.
How did Alice get along with your master?
Fine. Just like with everyone. Our master is a bit strict, but he's fair.
What's his name? Can I speak to him?
Why? But you can't see him anyway. He's on a trade trip to Prague.
It occurred to me that maybe he could have done it.
No, he couldn't. He was gone when it happened. He hadn't been home in several weeks. And besides, why would he kill them others too? He never even knew
Others?
them.
What others?
You haven't heard?
No.
A few girls, like our Alice, died before. All really pretty girls.
That doesn't sound good.
Do you know of any suitors she might have had?
I know she was seeing someone. Why?
I'd like to talk to him as well.
But I don't know who it was. Alice said he was rich and dressed nicely. But she promised him she'd never tell anyone his name.
That's
You
sus.
never saw him?
No, never. I don't even know where she met with him.
Do you know what exactly happened to Alice?
No. Nobody saw or heard nothing. One day, she just didn't come home. And then they found her. Like this.
What do you mean, like this?
You haven't seen her yet, have you?
I haven't.
Then don't. It's a horrible thing to see. She was such a pretty girl. She had such beautiful brown hair. And it didn't even leave that untouched.
What do you mean?
Who could have cut off her hair like that? And why? None of it makes sense.
So, I'll leave you to mourn in peace now.
Okay. Examine the body.
So, let's see what we have here. My God. Someone really did a number on her. Oh, they ripped open her entire belly. And they didn't stop there. There must have been buckets of blood. Jesus Christ. There's hardly any blood left in her. The place I found her must look like a slaughterhouse. I should go there and take a look.
Examine her mouth, examine the wounds, her head.
Her lips are bloody, but nothing more. Tongue's still in place. But if he killed her for blabbing, I reckon he'd have cut out her tongue or something, wouldn't he?
Who knows?
These are more like chops than cuts. Somebody must have taken a sword to her. Knife wounds would be smaller, and an axe would have made a bigger mess. But it couldn't have been a long sword. That would have been clumsy. It was something shorter and nimbler. God, that madman cut off both her breasts and bits of flesh. But what did he do with it all afterwards?
This is sick. Maybe kept, maybe threw. Better not to think about it. Well, I mean, we probably should think about it because it might help us figure out who and why.
Did he really keep all the pieces? Nobody could be that sick, could they? Her face is a little bruised and cut, but nobody cut her there. But she has a dark ring around her neck. Was she strangled? The murderer must have had pretty strong hands, and her hair is all matted with blood and hacked off. I don't even know what colour it was. Maybe there's something more to it. What if the murderer kept her hair like some kind of sick trophy? Just some scratches and bruises, that's all.
I don't know why he would say the murderer wasn't armed if she's been, you know, cut up and stuff.
The killer probably surprised her. She didn't even have time to defend herself.
Her feet?
So,
I don't know.
The murderer must have awfully strong hands, because he strangled her and left a dark ring around her neck. Then he took a short sword or saber and started hacking at her. She's missing parts of her torso, but they aren't by the body. He also cut off most of her hair.
I tend to think this has nothing to do with Catherine, especially since her friend there told us that it's happened to other pretty girls too.
He cut off her breasts, but left her
God, that is
tongue,
so sick.
Then left her lying there for all to see. To send a message, maybe? Or a warning? Only if it was a warning for telltales, he would have cut out her tongue or something, wouldn't he? I don't know why he killed her, but I don't think it's because of Catherine.
All right. Yeah, that was disgusting. Holy shit. Okay, can we still talk to the... What are you growling at? The gravedigger? Is he in the... He must be inside the chapel, church place thingy? You're not him, are you? Yeah, he's inside the church now. Oh, this gravedigger.
God be with you. What would you like?
You must be the local gravedigger.
That's right. They call me František. At least them that can speak do. Ha!
I'm Henry.
Greetings, Henry. What do you need?
That dead girl you have in the morgue. Alice.
You've seen her? Poor thing. Who could have done such a thing?
Well, that's what I'm trying to find out. Do you know anything about her?
She's gone to meet her maker. What more do you want to know? You want to take away a piece of her? Well, you can't. Not a hair off her head, a bloody scrap of cloth, or a thumb. You hear?
Well, I don't want to take anything. I need to find something out.
Like what exactly?
Who killed her?
Why?
Let's just be honest. I'm worried about my friend. Well, and I want justice too. Yeah, I want justice.
Someone killed the poor girl. You can't just let the murderer get away with it, can you?
Well, what do you plan on doing about it?
Find out who did it and bring him to justice.
Well, if that's the way it is, and you really want to help them lasses, it's true that Lumiere ain't shown no interest in her yet. I wouldn't expect that from him no more.
Who's this Lumiere? Another one of those gawkers and collectors?
No, no. He actually tried to help.
Help? How?
Well, he was investigating them others.
Right. You said she wasn't the first.
Aye. We had a couple of similar cases. Lumiere said they was all killed by the same murderer.
And how did he come to that conclusion?
How do I know? Best ask Lumiere yourself.
Do you remember how many girls were killed?
You mean you don't know nothing about it? Here, even the sparrows are squawking about it.
I haven't been in Kuttenberg very long.
I see. There's been one every few weeks for the past year.
Do you know where the last one got killed?
I heard some talk about it when they brought her here. But what do you want to do there?
Look for clues. Footprints, blood, anything.
That can help you?
That's worth a try.
I heard she was killed by the town walls, close to the Hole in the Wall, a dodgy tavern in the Hoprink neighborhood.
Thanks. What's this Lumiere got to do with this?
Well, like I told you, he used to work for the bailiff. I think he was a scribe.
A scribe keeps records in the Black Chronicle, though I've never heard of one doing his own investigations.
Well, the old bailiff wasn't all that interested in the common folk. But Lumiere, he was quite helpful. Folk heard about it and went to him with whatever was troubling them.
I'd like to speak with Lumiere. Do you know where I can find him?
At his home in Bohemia Street, that's near the church. You won't find him at the bailiff's no more. I don't know exactly why, though. Seems he had some quarrel with the bailiff.
Okay.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
It's my pleasure, especially helping someone from the land of the living again. Actually, wait a mo. Speaking of the living, there's a girl what comes here and grieves over that dead maid. I think her name is Barbara.
I know. I've already spoken to her.
Aha. Good then. Lots of luck to you. I wish you a blessed evening.
Okay. So, let's take a look at our journal. Go to the crime scene and go see Lumiere. Lumiere's pretty close by. The crime scene is way over this way. Yeah, let's go to the crime scene first before we talk to Lumiere. And I think I can get out that gate there if we fast travel to here. Yeah, it sounds like we have some kind of psychopath serial killer thingy going on here. Yeah, we're looking right at... Let's get to...
I'll go and have a look. There's nothing going on here.
You're a dead man.
What's that noise?
What?
What are you doing?
Stop beating him!
That guy just pulled his sword out.
Stop fighting!
Wanker!
Wanker.
Don't hit him.
All right, whatever. Let them do their thing.
Slowly. Nice and slow.
can't open the door? Damn it, Jim. Okay, here, let's just do this then. We'll fast travel to here and go up from here.
Slowly. Nice and slow. Quick! Quick! Ka! Quick! Whoa! Whoa!
Okay, so this is the breach. We've come through here before. Examine the puddle of blood. Oh, it says left alt. There we go.
This is the place. There's a lot of blood and some footprints. I'm not sure how much more I'll be able to find.
We examine it again?
Christ, that's a lot of blood. But after seeing what they did to the girl, I'm not surprised. I can't make anything out of this. The whole town's been walking around here. There could have been one killer or a dozen. I'm surprised I haven't completely trampled out the blood.
Look around the area.
I'm not sure I'll be able to find any remains. I wonder what happened to them.
Look for evidence of weapons.
It's hard to make out, but I think I see some slashing from a blade.
Okay, draw conclusions.
So, there's still a lot of blood left, but I expected even more. I found some faint blade marks. Either the others were trampled out, or someone skilled was wielding it. It didn't look to me like any remains were left lying around. I've no idea what he did with them. Did he keep them or throw them away?
Okay. Take a look at the journal now. Now it wants us to go and see Lumiere. So let's fast travel all the way up to here. Of course, it's getting on in the day, so he might... I don't know if we can get to him or not. We'll have to see.
Good doggy. Good boy.
Heineck the Greaser? Alright.
Help a poor cripple.
Okay, it's showing over this direction. Lumiere.
Lumiere?
Oh.
What?
Christ, my head. Not so loud.
I need to ask you something.
I said not so loud. I have a splitting headache.
That's some hangover. He's useless to me like this. Unless I'm willing to wait for him to sleep it off, I'll have to get him some kind of cure or potion.
Hair of the dog.
This should sober him up. Here. Drink up. Better?
What? Who? What are you doing here? Who are you?
My name is Henry.
And what do you want from me?
I'm trying to find out who killed a certain girl. And I was sent to you.
To me? What for?
Are you Lumiere from the Rat House? The scribe?
I used to be. Now I'm just Lumiere the madman.
Well, you don't look crazy.
Yeah. But I am.
I see things in my head that aren't real. And then I point my finger at the wrong people. I'm the biggest madman in Kuttenberg.
But I need your help.
If I were you, lad, I'd leave it be. You can't help that girl anymore, anyway. You'll just end up hurting yourself.
Come now, Lumiere.
Poor girls. Nobody was all that interested in it, except for me. We let it be in the end. We let a monster walk among us. No way. You can't solve this yourself.
I'm not doing it for myself. I'm afraid he might kill one of my friends.
A friend, eh? That's not good. Not good at all. I searched high and low. And what did I get out of it? Just mockery. What makes you think you can find out more than I did?
Because I'm Henry. I can get the truth out of people. I can use my brain. Nothing is going to stop me.
Because I know people and can easily convince them. In the end, they spill their guts.
Is that so? What about me? Do you think I'll spill my guts too?
A moment ago you were moaning in pain, and now you're deliberating whether or not to tell me what you know.
All right. Talk to me. Who was this dead girl?
Her name was Alice. She worked as a maid.
A maid? That fits. Yarka was a maid too. As were most of the other victims. What did she look like? What did he do to her?
I think that he strangled her first, and then went at her with a longer blade and disemboweled her.
Did you notice the strangulation right away? It took me a while. Maybe you really will track him down.
Do you think it's the same murder?
Counting your girl, that makes 6 victims who were first strangled and then mutilated. If it's not all the same person, they must be collaborating somehow.
This is the 6th one. How long has he been killing?
Probably about a year now. Sometimes it takes him months, sometimes weeks. But I'm including missing girls, Stanya and Zdena.
Why are you counting the missing girls?
Because I think someone killed them, and we just haven't found them yet.
Did the dead girls have anything in common?
Aside from being pretty young girls with no proper family or background, no. I couldn't find much.
Do you think somebody is killing them because they're poor, and nobody will miss them?
Certainly. If somebody killed the daughter of a local lord, no stone would be left unturned.
But why does he even kill in the first place?
I don't know. Maybe he hates women. Damn it. I feel like I'm going in circles and can't get out.
What can you tell me about Yarka?
She wasn't the first. But thanks to her, people started taking an interest. She was a maid in a German family. By all accounts, she was a pious, polite girl. She was orphaned as a child. The priest from the church of St. Peter and Paul, Father Prokop, raised her. They found her body tossed behind a barn at the edge of town. She was cut all the way from her neck downwards. An awful sight to behold.
Did you have any suspects?
At first, I thought the son from that family did it. The murderer is usually someone close, you know. But then I changed my mind.
Why?
Well, for one, I remembered the 2 girls before her who ended up almost the same. Besides that, when I talked to the lad, he seemed he wasn't the least bit interested in Yarka. Then his mother told me that they threw her out a week before the murder because she was a harlot who stayed out till all hours of the night. That really surprised me, because Father Prokop had vouched for her good reputation. But who knows? Maybe he just didn't want to admit what had become of her.
What about Stanya?
She was an alehouse wench in a tavern of ill repute called the Hole in the Wall.
You said her body was never found. Maybe she just got out of town.
You have no idea how much I'd like to believe that. Only there was a lot of blood. Unfortunately, the investigation wasn't very successful. The Hole is a world of its own, and the people there aren't very forthcoming with information.
Did you suspect anybody?
You could suspect every second man there. Those people have nothing but thievery and deceit in their eyes. The innkeeper, Mole, definitely knew Stanya, since she worked for him. But he isn't all that chatty either.
So if I want to learn anything more, I have to ask this Mole in the hole?
Yeah.
He still runs the place.
And what about that Zdena? You said her body was never found.
Exactly. But to tell the truth, nobody spent much time looking for it. Besides Alice, Zdena was the most recent victim. It's only been a few weeks since she went missing, but I suppose nobody wanted to do any more digging.
But if her body was never found, how do you know she was killed?
Because she was the same type as the other girls. Maybe the prettiest of them all. Young, beautiful. A real live one. Lively as the devil. She was a thief. A pickpocket. I never could pin it on her, though. She always found some way to get out of it.
Maybe she robbed the wrong people and had to get out of town.
Maybe. She had a partner in crime by the name of Strunad. Quite a number. He's always sitting in the hole, boozing. When I asked him about Zdena, he told me he'd rather rip his own tongue out than talk.
Do you think he'd be more forthcoming with me?
That's interesting.
He might be. You're not known all over town like a catchpole. It's worth a try. Besides, it might still be fresh in his memory. That would be a great help.
And what about the other two victims?
It all started with them, though nobody did much about it at the time. The first one worked as a bathhouse maid. They called her Chestnut. She'd only been in town for a short while, and nobody really knew her. So I couldn't find out anything more. But the other one, Libushka, she was from Loretz. She was a maidservant, too. I also talked to her mother. She said she was really cheerful and outgoing. There were lots of suitors circling around her, but she refused them all. She knew she was pretty and knew she could do better than some farmhand.
You mean she wanted someone higher up?
That's what it sounded like. But her mother never found out who she had her eye on.
Interesting. I'll try to see what else I can find out from the mother. Where can I find her?
In the graveyard, lad. The poor woman died of grief. It's sad to say, but we can't help those two dead girls now. And they can't help us with our investigation either. There's nobody else left who could tell us anything about them.
Okay, wow. Lots of information here. Why did you start to look into it?
Why were you looking into it? Who were those dead girls to you?
I don't know what people told you about me, but for many long years I was a scribe for Kuttenberg's bailiff. Kuttenberg is a big city with a lot of people. Silver, silver, silver. Mining it, smelting it, stealing it. There's always something going on. The bailiff was always running from hell to Hades, from one rich man to another, settling their quarrels. Often trivial nonsense.
But there are more than just rich burghers and lords in the city.
Exactly. There are common folk, too. There's a lot more of them, and their troubles are usually more serious. So when one of them came to the bailiff's one time, and the bailiff was running around somewhere, I started to deal with it myself. I was pretty good at it, too.
Behind the bailiff's back?
Not really. Andreas supported my activities until recently.
What happened?
I don't want to talk about it. Sorry.
Did you have any suspects back then?
You can always find some suspect. I always dragged the most suspicious ones to the body in the morgue by force. And they threw up at the sight. Or fainted.
Couldn't it have just been an act?
Fainting? Vomiting? That's hard to act. I'd swear none of them did it.
Can you sum it all up for me?
We have 6 victims here. And I believe they were all murdered by the same killer. Unfortunately, we only know a little about the last 4. The most recent ones. By now, we won't learn anything about the first 2. Of the remaining 4, the first to be killed was the maidservant, Yarka. She was raised by Father Prokop from the Church of St. Peter and Paul. He should know the most about her. The next were Stanya and Zdena. Their bodies weren't found, but we assume they also became victims of the same murderer. They both hung around a tavern they called the Hole in the Wall. Stanya was an alehouse maid, and Zdena a pickpocket. And the last victim is Alice now, also a maid. What they all have in common is that they were young, beautiful, and brunette.
Oh, I didn't know they were all brunette. Okay.
Good. I know everything I need to know.
When you learn something more, stop by and see me. You've aroused a bit of hope in me, lad. I hope you won't disappoint me.
Okay. Wow. I wasn't expecting this to turn into like a true crime thing. All right, so let's take a look at this. So we've got try to find out what happened to Stanya, the alehouse maid, learn more about Zadina, the thief's fate, discover something about Yarka's background. Okay, so Yarka is the one that we can talk to the father about, and I guess he's over here. Father Prakov, I think they said his name was, and then the other two we can go find out about at the hole in the wall. All right, very interesting. Let's do one more thing before we wrap up today's episode, because I actually have to go somewhere in real life here in a bit. Let's go back to the tavern, and let's just talk to Catherine real quick and see if there's anything we can update her with.
You've got a heart of gold. There's no denying that. Don't lie.
Nowhere else.
Gotta figure out where she's at.
Christ, what's the hold up?
Always fancied those chairs with hearts carved out of them.
Aryan swines at home. Everyone
Now, just to close up.
There she is.
My God! What's taking so long?
I've been to see Alice.
And? What did you find out?
You were right. Somebody horribly mutilated her.
How bad was it?
First, somebody strangled her, and then used something sharp to disembowel her and cut off her lady bits.
Good God! Why would somebody do that? Do you think it was a warning?
Probably. But I don't know for whom.
What do you mean?
If somebody killed her and butchered her like that for tattling, then you'd think her tongue would be cut out or something, right?
That's true.
Except her tongue was there. Untouched.
So you don't think they killed her because of me?
I don't think it was because of you. I talked to Lumiere.
With whom?
Well, young maidservants have been getting murdered for some time now. And a certain Lumiere took an interest and tried to track down the killer.
Unsuccessfully, I reckon.
Aye. But I learned a lot from him.
Does he at least suspect someone?
He suggested I investigate some of the murders myself. I might find something new.
What sort of man is he? Can we trust him?
You mean if he killed those girls himself? I don't think so. He was laid off because of it. He was actually lucky I found him. Otherwise, he probably would have drunk himself to death.
You know what? I'll go and see him too. Maybe I can get something out of him that he didn't want to tell you.
So you want to play a good old game of bad night and fair lady?
Well, you're laughing now, but you'd be surprised at how well it works.
Did you learn anything new about Alice's murder?
No, unfortunately. But I've been quite careful with my questioning. I don't want to drag anyone else into this.
Okay. Guess that's it. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up the episode here. And then in the next episode, we'll probably just keep working on this 5th commandment quest for now. And then, you know, once we finally get through with that, then I'd like to jump back onto the main quest and keep going with that. So that is the plan. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And if you did, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, share the video. And we'll catch y'all in the next episode. Bye-bye.